It's a special treat I give to editors with outstanding sales.
In that case, I'll excuse myself. I don't want to intrude.
I'm afraid I'll have to end my contract with Tokimeki Publishing.
My name is Keiichi Sato. I'm an editor for the magazine Tokimeki Culture. Tonight's our company's year-end party at a traditional high-end restaurant. Rumor has it we'd be having crab. Huh? Where's my crab?
Keiichi, aren't you going to take a seat?
This man is Mr. Kaido, CEO of Tokimeki Publishing, the company behind our magazine. Well...
Ah, you mean the crab? There's not enough for everyone, you see.
Huh?
It's a special treat I give to editors with outstanding sales.
I see. Then I guess I'm not one of them. I thought they said it was for everyone. In that case, I'll excuse myself. I don't want to intrude.
Oh? Leaving already? Well, take care then.
Excuse me.
Ah, Miss Nagisa. This crab is absolutely top-notch.
Yes, that's why I'd like all of our guests to enjoy it. But I hear there are guests here who weren't served any.
What?
I'm not someone who can overlook exclusion or unfair treatment. And lately, I've also had concerns about how our contract has been handled. I'm afraid I'll have to end my contract with Tokimeki Publishing.
Wait, seriously?
Contract? With a mere restaurant proprietress? You must be joking.
Mr. Kaido, she's actually the author of a popular column in Tokimeki Culture.
A restaurant owner writing a hit column?
I do run this restaurant, but I also work under the alias Unagi, a manners expert.
What? You're the famous Unagi? I had no idea. My sincerest apologies.
Only a handful of people in the editorial team knew Unagi's true identity. It was top secret.
I appreciate your consideration.
Please, forgive my earlier rudeness. Your column and seminars are highly regarded here. We've always been grateful for your work.
However, about those contracts.
Oh no, your column is absolutely essential to us. In fact, we'd love to feature you in more of our magazines.
Moments ago, you called me just the hostess of a restaurant. But now that you know I'm Unagi, you've completely changed your tune.
I apologize. Well, since we're here, this is something I wanted to bring up with you too, Keiichi. We're planning to reduce next year's budget for Tokimeki Culture.
What? Why?
Your column is popular, Unagi, and you definitely have a loyal fan base. But, frankly speaking, that's the only big draw the magazine has right now. Other magazines are producing hits several times a year.
True, we don't have massive spikes, but ours is the only one that never runs in the red.
I understand your point, Keiichi. But across the board, magazine sales are declining. We expect that trend to continue next year, and we need to make tough calls to survive.
I'm a little worried about our manga magazine sale.
Don't worry, we've actually increased the budget for Tokimeki Manga.
What? Wait, really? That's great. We'll be able to approach some big-name artists now.
I'm counting on you.
So there are other magazines that are getting budget increases? I guess steady sales just aren't enough. I haven't done enough.
We also have high-end women's magazines and luxury lifestyle publications. I think you'd be a perfect fit for those kinds of features, Unagi. I'd really love for you to consider contributing to them.
The following week, I stopped by the restaurant for a meeting. Sorry about the other day.
No, but Kaido's only in his first year leading Tokimeki Publishing, right?
Yeah, since April, so not even a full year yet.
That might explain it.
Huh?
He seems to judge magazines only by sales.
I mean, sales are the easiest metric to understand, I guess. If I were better at pitching ideas, maybe I could convince him a little more. Our magazines never had a huge print run to begin with. So when it comes to sales talk, I always feel like I don't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, that's a shame.
Right? Exactly. Tokimeki Culture has a loyal reader base. We've got stable numbers. And we're the only magazine that explains Japanese culture in such a clear, respectful way. There's nothing else like it out there.
I was actually talking about you, not just the magazine.
Huh?
You care about the magazine, your readers, and the company. Not many people can juggle all that and still get the job done like you do. Sure, it's not flashy, but in an unstable industry like this, Kaido doesn't understand how tough it is to keep consistent sales month after month.
He's drawn to things that are easy to grasp and flashy. And to be fair, that's how he helped grow this company when he was an employee.
A love for flash, huh? Well, that's not always a bad thing. Then maybe it's time you made a bold move too, Keiichi.
A bold move?
Play by Kaido's rules and win.
So something flashy to boost sales? Not sure if that fits our magazine though.
I might have just the idea.
The mystery adequate coach finally revealing her face. It's a concept that only works because it's you, Unagi-san. Are you sure our magazine is the right place for something this important? We're honored, but wouldn't your fan site be more appropriate?
If I posted it on my site, only people who already follow me would see it. If I want to reach a wider audience, a magazine is still the way to go. So actually, I should be the one thanking you for taking this on.
What made you choose this timing though?
At first, I wore the mask because I didn't want to be recognized. Running a traditional restaurant, I didn't want any publicity to affect the guests. I never expected the etiquette stuff to blow up like it did.
That's true. These days, you're as popular as a celebrity.
Over time, it started to feel rude to keep hiding my face as a manners coach. So, my family and I decided my little sister will take over the restaurant.
Got it. Sounds like the timing worked out perfectly.
Exactly.
The rumor that Unagi-san's going to reveal her face is already all over the office. Everyone's excited.
I really love Tokimeki culture, you know? So, if I can help in any way, it makes me happy.
I'll promote it as much as I can and make sure it delivers results. The next day.
That feature about Unagi revealing her face? It's a big hit in-house.
Yes, after hearing some feedback, I've decided to take a bit of a risk.
A risk?
I'm thinking of putting Unagi without her mask on the next cover.
I'm not really on board with that.
Huh?
Maybe you're just riding Unagi's popularity, Keiichi. Wouldn't it be better to stick with our usual kimono-clad actresses?
But Unagi's popularity is skyrocketing right now.
Still, actresses who are used to being on magazine covers, they add more prestige to the magazine. A feature story should be more than enough for her.
Readers are used to seeing popular actresses on the cover. Honestly, they haven't really boosted sales. That's why I think we should try something bold, something only Tokimeki culture can do. If Unagi being on the cover improves sales, we could publish a manners book or a collection of her columns.
If you feel that strongly.
Thank you so much.
But like I said before, Tokimeki culture isn't bringing in big sales. Even if she's on the cover, we can't afford extra promo costs. You'll have to boost sales with what you've got.
Alright.
If that doesn't happen, if we go into the red, we'll consider shutting it down.
What? You're going to discontinue the magazine?
I need you to understand, we're under serious pressure. Honestly, I'd rather allocate the budget elsewhere.
Right, got it. I'll make sure we see results. After that, we did everything we could to promote it. And finally, the issue featuring Unagi on the cover was released.
Sato! Tokimeki culture is getting its first reprint ever!
A reprint?
I never thought I'd get to experience this while on the job!
I really had to make this one sell after what I said to Mr. Kaido. But I never imagined we'd get a reprint. This is all thanks to Nagisa.
We need to go thank her.
Yeah, I'm pitching our first Tokimeki culture MOOC book at the meeting later.
I'll start brainstorming ideas right away.
But then...
A reprint is great news, but since Tokimeki culture has a pretty small print run, it's only with this reprint that it's finally on par with our other magazines, don't you think?
Right, so I was thinking this would be a good chance to launch some projects to boost awareness of Tokimeki culture.
We can't do a MOOC book right now. The budget cuts still stand.
Seriously?
Maybe Tokimeki culture sold well, but other magazines underperformed this month. So overall, the company's still in the red. We can't spend on things we don't absolutely need.
Don't need? Come on.
Also, this issue only sold because of the headline event, Unagi revealing her face. People say that cultural figures' popularity never lasts. I don't see this trend continuing, so we need to reassess Tokimeki Culture's future.
Reassess? What does that mean?
Like I mentioned before, I'm thinking of shutting the magazine down.
What? But we haven't even been running in the red, and we finally got results. Besides, this magazine isn't all about Unagi. We've always been about making Japanese culture accessible to everyday readers, featuring local traditions and daily life in Japan. And we've got readers who genuinely care about those stories and send us feedback.
I get that you want to protect your magazine. You're an editor after all. But I'm the one running the company. I have to protect the business.
Still, it's not like our magazine is the only one dragging the company down, is it? I hate to point fingers at other teams, but I've heard Tokimeki Star, the idol magazine, has been in the red for months.
True, but it's got status in the industry. It helps maintain strong ties with people in the business. In media, networking is everything.
That evening, I told Nagisa about the meeting at work, and she suddenly invited me to a dinner party at her family's rote. Good evening.
Keiichi, thanks for letting me know about the reprint earlier. I was thrilled.
I was just calling about the reprint, but I'm sorry I ended up venting a bit after that rough meeting.
Anyone would be shaken after hearing talk of shutting the magazine down. So today, I've invited Mr. Kaido to the party too.
Oh? I didn't know that.
You'll find out what kind of party it is soon enough.
Excuse me. Thank you for inviting me tonight.
Welcome, Mr. Kaido.
Good to see you, sir.
Huh? Keiichi, you're here too?
Tonight, I've gathered some friends to celebrate the reprint. It's a casual gathering, so please relax and enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Huh? Wait, isn't that a living national treasure of kabuki over there? And over there, the tea master from that famous commercial. And even that legendary actor is here. What kind of party is this?
Everyone, I'd like to introduce someone. This is Keiichi Sato, the editor-in-chief of Tokimeki Culture.
Hello, nice to meet you all.
Oh my, such a wonderful magazine from someone so young. I really enjoy the series where you highlight Japanese traditions from all over.
Thank you so much.
And this is Mr. Kaido, the head of Tokimeki Publishing, which publishes the magazine.
You're the new CEO, right? I actually worked with Tokimeki Culture back when the previous president was in charge.
Oh, I see. Thank you for that.
I once had a column in Tokimeki Culture too. I heard it inspired a lot of young people to take up tea ceremony. Oh, I was so honored.
Tokimeki Culture has helped so many people discover the beauty of traditional Japan. Thank you for making such a wonderful magazine available to the public.
Well, I actually gave an interview for their special on stage stored play once. A producer read that interview and cast me as the lead in a period drama. Wait, was that the hit show where you played the samurai from the Bakumatsu era? That's the one. Seems like Tokimeki Culture has a lot of fans in the industry too. I didn't realize that.
Of course. I subscribe to it regularly.
Thank you all so much. I know magazines aren't selling like they used to, but I believe Tokimeki Culture is the only one really focused on traditional Japan.
That's true.
Anyone can get information from social media nowadays. But this magazine bridges the gap between facts and cultural heritage. Tea ceremony, kabuki, sword arts, these traditions take years to master. Some people work to preserve that knowledge, others long to receive it. I want this magazine to be a bridge between the two.
Mr. Kaido, I heard from Keiichi about the magazine's uncertain future.
You mean shutting it down?
Yes.
It's not final yet, but we are seriously reviewing its future.
What? Tokimeki Culture is shutting down?
Oh no! So many people are going to be heartbroken.
A friend of mine said it was a feature in Tokimeki culture that inspired them to become a potter.
I've heard the same from people in our tea school too.
I chose this path after reading Tokimeki culture, which my mother loved.
I had no idea.
Tokimeki culture doesn't just share traditions. It inspires people who want to carry them forward. That's what I wanted you to see today. That's why I brought you here.
So that's what this was all about.
I hope you don't mind. I know Keiichi's been trying his best to say all this. But it's hard to get through when it's just coming from someone inside the company.
Tokimeki Culture really is a fantastic magazine. I've heard theaters stock it because so many people buy it after shows.
I see. I hear what everyone's saying loud and clear. I thought Tokimeki culture no longer fit the current market. That's why I was considering shutting it down to keep the company afloat.
If it were truly underperforming or bleeding money, I'd understand.
You're absolutely right. Just like I want to keep the company going, there are people who want to keep Japan's tradition alive. I realize now Tokimeki culture needs to keep answering that call. I was so caught up in keeping the business afloat, I may have forgotten what kind of impact a magazine can really have.
Mr. Kaido.
Keiji, let's meet up again tomorrow to revisit things.
Yes, sir. After that, Mr. Kaido scrapped the idea of shutting down Tokimeki culture and decided to restructure the magazines running in the red instead. Budgets across all departments were reviewed, and the final decision satisfied everyone. However, Mr. Kaido, after reflecting on the whole Tokimeki culture issue, decided to step down as president. Can't believe Mr. Kaido actually resigned. He said something about getting back to his roots and writing a novel while traveling. Who knew? The guy who loved flashy stuff was a lit geek at heart. Well, guess we'll just have to do our best to get his book published someday. Yeah, publishing's tough right now, but we'll push through together. Oh, I'm getting a call.
Keiichi, are you wearing a suit to tonight's kabuki show?
I'm the editor of the cultural magazine. Of course I'm going in a kimono.
Knew it! So, it's a kimono date, huh?
Nagisa and I have been going on dates now and then, slowly building something real. Thanks for watching until the end!
Then smash that like button and subscribe.